taking a little bit more cautious this time.
I'm so pleased that Toba can follow for a bit, and yesterday maybe he had a cold tire, pushed the front too early, so he can follow these guys. He's got the pace, but it'd be really good if they dictate the pace for a few laps and let him get his confidence up.
And Toba still in third place, holding
dia aja lah ya.
by 16 laps to go.
Yuma Sasaki though, looking, the great thing is that they got a race under the belt yesterday, so they've got a lot of feedback.
Yalah, ni kan punya mama.
They were, so these guys know
Kamu nak di itu ya?
all about it this year. They can, but Toba, he's for me in the perfect position, third place there. He can just do a bit of the following of his fellow countryman there, and just let things come to him because Yuma has got that pace.
So Raul Fernandez picks up the lead now as they're out onto the start and finish to complete route. Lap 1, Raul Fernandez from Suzuki, the Spain leads Japan across the line. Toba, Florido, Garcia, View, Agura, Zanoni and Gonzalez are the top 10.
Yeah, great to see Mark Garcia safely around on that first lap. At least not the same start he had yesterday, but hanging in there in 6. And Ayagura, certainly a great start for him, and let's hope he can get to the end of this one.
View, as he said, after qualifying, as he proved yesterday, he's the man to be able to keep the pace up as the tyres get more worn, so he shouldn't be too concerned with being down in 6th place.
Raul Fernandez are looking confident there. Definitely, the opening laps will be nice for these guys.
Toba there who ran wide. I think it was, Toba, nasty moment. And he's actually had a knock helmet there. You can see way back. He's gone back to about 8th or 10th place. It's Raul Fernandez that leads.
Yeah, nasty moment there. Maybe Toba's suspension just a little bit hard. He just seems to have issues settling down. As soon as he sort of gets a pace going and he pushes, he seems to have these nervous moments. And a little bit like Walid Sop yesterday. And just looking here, coming around a long right-hander on the back straight, and that's the front there that's not behaving itself. The front suspension pretty much out of control. It hit a bump, it rebounded, and then it started bouncing onto the outside of the track. But yeah, frightening moment there for Keita Toba. Not a great thing to build any confidence.
And then he got shuffled back even a couple more places. I think it was perhaps Yurchenko there who ran wide at the next corner. So in fact he's gone way back now. Poor old Toba certainly having a rough time at the moment. So they're coming round now to complete lap 2, and it's Raul Fernandez who's looking very smooth out front. Ayumu Sasaki is in 2nd place, but it is Alex View there who's moved up into 3rd place. A very nice move by Alex View. Yesterday's winner got ahead of Rufino Florido to take 3rd place as they go up the start and finish, with Mark Garcia back there in 5th place ahead of Walid Sopper and Zanoni, the young Italian. So Zanoni certainly featuring much stronger in this race than he did yesterday.
And that was the first flying lap, fastest lap on that lap was 151.178, and that was for Walid Sopper.
And Walid Sopper was the guy who was penalised for using too much, exceeding the track limits too much yesterday. There is Toba, the number 67 machine. He crossed the line in 9th place ahead of Casada and Agura, so he's got a little bit of work to do to get back in that terms of the lead bunch.
Now, Fernandez was saying after yesterday's race, he felt he didn't have the pace of Aleix View through the fast right-handers. He couldn't feel the front of his bike. He didn't have the confidence to push as hard as he wanted, and he was considering making some changes. The WP technicians were saying very few riders have made changes, but I just wonder if he's got something that's given him a bit more confidence, because he's increasing that gap slightly at the moment. He's got half a second.
Still, a good second and a bit off the qualifying times, and not even quite as quick as they went yesterday, but there's plenty of pace left in this race. So Toba there now, he's been passed by a couple of guys. He really is struggling. He's now down 9th. He's good 9th and 10th, 9th or 8th place there.
Looks like coming on to the start-finish straight there. Some of the riders running wide, but Toba, that's waving his finger there. You just wonder, maybe they've got that suspension setting wrong. Maybe his crew have just given them something that is getting a little bit out of control, because at that point onto the back straight, it's not really a part of the track where you'd expect to see the front suspension bouncing around.
Okay, so coming around now, the little bit of an advantage that Fernandez had got on the previous lap is evaporated now. It's Sasaki, and now if you put the hammer down and close right up on his tail, there's the 13 machine of Walid Sopper. He was the quickest man on the previous lap as he crossed the line in 6th place then, and he's still in 6th place now, and faster laps so from Fernandez, Sasaki and View. They're the quickest men on the track, 1st, 2nd and 3rd.
Almost as fast as the fastest lap time yesterday. Yurchenko was the fastest guy yesterday on 150.4. Aleix View now on 150.1.
And Alessio is up into second place and really pressuring Sasaki now. He's putting together a very, very nice race here. Just took it easier the first 3 laps when he didn't get a blinding start. And everything's warmed up now. He's got the sights set on fellow Spaniard Fernandez in front of him. They come down the main straight there. He's got a perfect slipstream, but he's got Sasaki behind him as well. They fan out, and now if he comes up the inside, very, very deep, but he's going to go wide, way wide, in fact. Quite a mistake there from yesterday's winner. He's dropped back to 4th place as Fernandez, Sasaki and Garcia take up 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Garcia there up into 3rd position, and he's just gathering pace and just getting a feel for things, letting these laps tick away, getting a feel for the bike, and setting a good pace and able to hang on. That pass from Alessio there, it was very confident, late on the brakes, but of course he couldn't make the corner, so there was a bit of discretion involved, just let things run a little bit wide and then slot back in behind Sasaki.
And it's Walid Sopper, the man with the Dago green helmet, the Dago green Schubert helmet in 5th place. And he, as we said, he was penalised for using too much of the white lines and that yesterday, so let's hope he's keeping it under control as Garcia comes up the inside to take 2nd place.
Well, she said that the second to the flash right-hander being right on the last millimetre of track and curve there, so he needs to keep that in check. He also had a few scary moments heading out onto the ripple strips there yesterday, so he just needs to get everything together. I know that he's a 5 so he's quite hot-headed, but he has to keep things under control.
And it's a 79 machine of Agura, the 3rd of the Japanese riders, but he's back in 10th place at the moment.
Slightly faster lap on that lap from Garcia, 150.6, so the lap time's gradually coming down as the guys build up pace.
So 67, and that's Kato Toba, and he crossed the line in 9th place. So
Sorry, my video and this time.